How do we build deep, meaningful relationships in a world that often feels superficial and fast-paced? What can ancient wisdom teach us about forming connections that truly matter? In today's video, we're diving into the philosophy of Stoicism and exploring how the Stoics found, nurtured, and built profound relationships. We'll look at key Stoic principles that guide us toward empathy, mutual respect, and understanding, traits that are crucial for building lasting bonds. If you're seeking to cultivate deeper connections in your life, whether with friends, family, or your community, stick around. The Stoics have valuable insights that are just as relevant today as they were thousands of years ago. Let's unlock the secrets to building relationships that are rooted in wisdom, virtue, and purpose. Welcome back to the channel. If you enjoy exploring philosophy and how it shapes our daily lives, be sure to subscribe for more content like this. Number 1. Focus on virtue and character. In a world that often emphasizes success, wealth, and material gain, there is a profound and timeless truth that calls us to focus on virtue and character. While external achievements are often celebrated, the true measure of a person's worth lies in the quality of their character. Virtue refers to moral excellence, the habits and actions that embody goodness, integrity, kindness, and respect for others. Character, on the other hand, is the foundation upon which virtue is built, representing the inner strength that guides an individual's decisions and behaviors. In a society where the external is frequently prioritized, focusing on virtue and character becomes an essential means of cultivating a meaningful and fulfilling life. Virtue, at its core, is about doing what is right, even when no one is watching. It's easy to make decisions based on self-interest or convenience, but true virtue requires self-discipline, a commitment to fairness, and the courage to stand by what is just, even when it is difficult or unpopular. This can take many forms: honesty in our words, kindness in our actions, patience in our challenges, and humility in our successes. The development of virtue is not an overnight process, but rather a lifelong journey. It requires constant self-reflection, a willingness to learn from mistakes, and a dedication to improvement. Virtue is not a trait we simply possess. It is something we practice daily, in every interaction, every choice, and every thought. Character is the bedrock of virtue. It encompasses our values, beliefs, and the integrity with which we navigate life's complexities. Our character determines how we respond to challenges, how we treat others, and how we remain true to our principles when faced with adversity. A person of strong character is someone who acts in accordance with their values, regardless of external pressure. They possess an inner strength that helps them persevere in the face of difficulty, resist the temptation to compromise their morals, and consistently act with honor. The strength of one's character is often revealed in moments of hardship, when a person is faced with the choice to take the easy route or stand firm in their convictions. The importance of focusing on virtue and character can be seen in every aspect of life. In relationships, whether personal or professional, a person's character is what fosters trust, respect, and genuine connection. A relationship built on mutual respect and understanding is far more meaningful than one based on superficial appearances or convenience. In leadership, character is what inspires others to follow, not because of power or authority, but because of the example set by integrity and honesty. Leaders with strong character create environments where honesty, fairness, and accountability thrive, encouraging others to rise to the same standard. In times of crisis, it is a person's character that often provides the resilience and guidance needed to navigate through the storm, offering strength to others and a sense of direction when the path forward is unclear. Moreover, focusing on virtue and character is not just about how we interact with others, but also how we view ourselves. Our self-worth should not be defined by our achievements, status, or material possessions, but by the person we become through our actions and choices. A person of strong character is someone who can look in the mirror with pride, knowing that they have lived a life of integrity, compassion, and courage. They are able to face their flaws and imperfections with honesty and work towards becoming a better version of themselves each day. In conclusion, focusing on virtue and character is the key to living a life of purpose, fulfillment, and meaning. It is easy to become distracted by the external measures of success that society often glorifies. But true contentment and happiness come from the cultivation of a virtuous and honorable character. In a world that is ever-changing and full of distractions, the strength of our character is what remains constant. It is the foundation upon which we build our lives, and the guiding force that leads us towards a future of greater goodness, kindness, and integrity. Number 2. Mutual respect and reciprocity. Mutual respect and reciprocity are foundational principles for building healthy, thriving relationships in both personal and professional spheres. At their core, these concepts highlight the importance of valuing others and recognizing the inherent worth of each individual. Mutual respect involves understanding and appreciating the perspectives, needs, and rights of others. It goes beyond mere tolerance, emphasizing genuine acknowledgement and consideration of differences. When people approach one another with respect, they create an environment where trust can flourish, enabling open communication and understanding. This respect manifests in listening attentively, engaging thoughtfully, and supporting others in their goals and aspirations. In return, individuals who feel respected are more likely to reciprocate these behaviors, forming a cycle of positivity and collaboration. Reciprocity, on the other hand, refers to the give and take nature of human interactions. It involves a balanced exchange where both parties contribute something valuable to the relationship, whether it be time, resources, or emotional support. Reciprocity isn't about expecting something in return for every action. Instead, it's about creating an equitable dynamic where both sides feel valued and appreciated. In the context of mutual respect, reciprocity is the natural outcome of treating others with dignity and kindness. When one person demonstrates respect by listening, helping, or offering support, the other is likely to respond in kind, creating a balanced and harmonious interaction. This exchange fosters a sense of fairness and strengthens the bond between individuals, whether in a friendship, workplace, or even a larger societal framework. The intersection of mutual respect and reciprocity is crucial for sustainable and meaningful relationships. When both respect and reciprocity are present, people feel empowered to express themselves authentically and vulnerably, knowing that their efforts will be met with similar consideration. This environment encourages collaboration, innovation, and mutual growth, as individuals work together to achieve common goals, building upon one another's strengths and learning from each other's experiences. Conversely, in the absence of either respect or reciprocity, relationships can quickly break down. Without respect, communication can become one-sided, fostering misunderstandings, resentment, or disengagement. Likewise, when reciprocity is lacking, one person may feel exploited or unappreciated, leading to dissatisfaction and eventual disengagement from the relationship. In the workplace, the principles of mutual respect and reciprocity are essential for creating a positive organizational culture. When employees and leaders treat each other with respect, it fosters a collaborative environment where everyone feels valued, regardless of their role or status. This culture of respect encourages employees to take initiative, share ideas, and contribute their talents, knowing that their efforts will be acknowledged and rewarded. Similarly, when leaders practice reciprocity, by offering guidance, recognition, and support in return for employees' hard work and commitment, it strengthens the sense of loyalty and trust within the team. The cycle of respect and reciprocity can lead to increased productivity, higher employee satisfaction, and a sense of belonging that boosts morale and retention. In personal relationships, mutual respect and reciprocity serve as the bedrock for long-lasting connections. Whether between friends, family members, or romantic partners, these principles ensure that individuals can navigate the complexities of human interaction with understanding and care. Respect allows each person to maintain their individuality while fostering emotional intimacy, and reciprocity ensures that both people contribute equally to the relationship, creating a sense of balance and fairness. This balanced exchange of support and respect not only strengthens the bond, but also builds a foundation of trust, compassion, and empathy that can weather challenges and grow over time. Ultimately, mutual respect and reciprocity are integral to building meaningful, fulfilling relationships in all areas of life. They create environments where individuals feel heard, appreciated, and supported, leading to stronger connections, personal growth, and collective success. By embracing these principles, we can cultivate a culture of kindness, fairness, and understanding that benefits everyone involved, enhancing both our individual lives and the communities we are a part of. Number 3, control what you can, let go of what you can't. Life is full of challenges, uncertainties, and things that lie beyond our control. From the weather to the actions of others, the future to the inevitable passage of time, there are countless elements in our lives that we cannot influence or change. In this ever-shifting world, one of the most powerful mindsets you can adopt is learning to control what you can and let go of what you can't. This principle not only fosters peace of mind, but also allows you to live with greater intention and clarity. At its core, this mindset is about recognizing where your influence lies and where it does not. There is a tremendous amount of freedom in realizing that you do not need to have everything figured out, nor do you need to control every outcome. Many people, driven by perfectionism or fear of the unknown, waste an incredible amount of mental and emotional energy trying to manage every possible variable in their lives. This constant striving to control things outside of your influence can lead to stress, frustration, and burnout. In contrast, when you focus on what you can control, you conserve your energy and direct it toward meaningful actions. The first step in embracing this principle is identifying what is within your control. Your thoughts, behaviors, actions, and reactions are yours to command. How you approach each day, how you treat others, and how you prioritize your time are all aspects of your life that are directly shaped by your choices. For example, you can control the way you respond to challenges. Instead of reacting with anger or frustration, you have the power to choose calmness, problem-solving, or even acceptance. Similarly, your habits, routines, and decisions are all areas where you hold the reins. By focusing your efforts on these controllable aspects of life, you can make significant strides toward your goals, improve your well-being, and create positive momentum. Another crucial part of this mindset is understanding what is beyond your control and accepting it. External factors, such as the economy, other people's opinions, or societal expectations, can have a profound impact on your life. However, you cannot change or influence these things directly. Trying to control them can be an exhausting and futile exercise. Instead of wasting time and energy on these uncontrollable factors, focus on how you can respond to them. Accept that they are part of life and shift your attention back to the things you can influence. This doesn't mean resigning yourself to a passive, indifferent existence. Rather, it means acknowledging your limitations and making peace with them. Letting go of what you can't control also means releasing the fear of the unknown. So much of our stress comes from worrying about what might happen, and much of that worry is about things that are completely outside of our influence. Whether it's fearing a future event or overthinking a past mistake, these concerns keep us from fully engaging with the present moment. When you let go of these worries, you free yourself to live in the here and now. You can focus on what you can do today, rather than being paralyzed by what you fear may happen in the future. This mindset is also deeply tied to emotional well-being. When we try to control everything, we often set ourselves up for disappointment. Life is unpredictable, and not every situation will unfold according to our desires. But when we let go of the need to control everything, we open ourselves to acceptance and adaptability. By embracing uncertainty, we allow ourselves to experience life with a sense of peace and resilience, knowing that we can handle whatever comes our way. In conclusion, mastering the balance between control and surrender is one of the most empowering practices you can adopt. Focus on what you can control, your actions, your mindset, and your responses, and let go of what you can't. By doing so, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and embrace a life of purpose and clarity. This shift in perspective not only enhances your mental well-being, but also brings you closer to living a life that is not only more peaceful but also more aligned with who you truly are. Number 4, embrace impermanence. Impermanence is an inherent part of life, a natural law that governs all things. It is the constant state of change, of beginnings and endings, growth and decay, birth and death. This truth can often be unsettling, especially when we are attached to specific outcomes or the idea of permanence. Yet, it is precisely because of impermanence that life has its depth and beauty. Understanding and embracing this ever-changing nature of existence can lead to greater peace, mindfulness, and appreciation for the present moment. From the moment we are born, we are moving towards our inevitable end. In the interim, we experience the cycles of joy and sorrow, success and failure, growth and loss. Seasons change, relationships evolve, our bodies age, and even the thoughts we hold dear shift over time. Despite our desire for stability and certainty, the reality is that everything is in flux. The key to navigating this truth lies not in resisting change, but in accepting it. Impermanence teaches us to live with a sense of urgency, but not in a fearful or anxious way. When we realize that every moment is fleeting, we begin to appreciate it more fully. The small, everyday experiences that often go unnoticed become sources of richness. The sound of a loved one's laughter, the warmth of the sun on our skin, the taste of our favorite meal. These are all moments of beauty that exist only in the present. Embracing impermanence invites us to treasure these moments while they last, knowing that their transience only enhances their significance. This awareness also helps us cultivate resilience. When we accept that difficult times, like joyful ones, are temporary, we can weather the storms of life with greater equanimity. Suffering becomes less daunting when we realize it will not last forever. Whether it's the grief of losing someone, the frustration of a setback, or the weariness of facing a challenge, knowing that it too will pass gives us hope and perspective. Similarly, moments of happiness or success are savored more deeply when we understand that they are just as fleeting. This balance between appreciating the good and accepting the bad can create a profound sense of inner peace. In many spiritual and philosophical traditions, impermanence is a central concept. Buddhism, for instance, teaches that all things are subject to the law of impermanence, Seneca. According to this teaching, attachment to the transient world is a source of suffering. By letting go of our attachment to permanence, we can free ourselves from the endless cycle of craving and dissatisfaction. Other traditions, such as Stoicism, also emphasize the importance of accepting the impermanent nature of life. By cultivating this acceptance, we learn to focus on what truly matters, our inner character, and how we respond to the world around us. In our modern world, where we are often encouraged to strive for stability, success, and control, embracing impermanence can feel counterintuitive. Yet, it is precisely in letting go of the need for control that we find freedom. We can no longer cling to the idea of perfect outcomes or static states. Instead, we learn to flow with life's natural rhythm, adapting and growing as circumstances evolve. The more we embrace the impermanence of life, the more we are able to live authentically and in harmony with the world. Ultimately, impermanence is not something to fear, but something to be celebrated. It is the force that shapes and molds us, pushing us to grow, evolve, and transform. The beauty of life lies in its transience. The impermanent nature of all things gives life its richness, its contrast, and its vibrancy. By embracing impermanence, we can cultivate a deeper appreciation for the present moment and find peace in the knowledge that all things, good or bad, are temporary. In this acceptance, we find the freedom to truly live. Number 5. Be a source of support. Being a source of support for others is one of the most meaningful ways we can make a positive impact in the lives of those around us. In a world that often feels chaotic and demanding, providing a stable and compassionate presence can make all the difference. Support comes in many forms, from offering a listening ear to offering practical help, and its importance cannot be overstated. Whether it's friends, family, colleagues, or even strangers, we all experience moments when we need encouragement, reassurance, or a helping hand. To be a source of support means being there when it's needed most, without expecting anything in return. First and foremost, being a source of support involves active listening. Sometimes the most powerful way to help someone is to simply listen to them. Listening attentively, without interrupting or judging, allows others to express themselves freely and helps them feel heard and understood. It provides a space for them to process their emotions and gain clarity on their situation. Active listening shows empathy and care, which can be a great comfort, especially when someone is feeling isolated or overwhelmed. Offering words of validation can also make a significant difference. Simple phrases like, "I understand," or "that must be really hard," let the person know that their feelings are valid and that they are not alone in their struggles. Equally important in providing support is the act of offering practical help. While emotional support is crucial, sometimes people need tangible assistance to navigate through tough times. This could range from helping with errands or household chores to providing financial assistance or connecting someone to necessary resources. Often, when someone is going through a difficult time, they may not have the mental or emotional energy to tackle day-to-day responsibilities. Offering to step in and help with these tasks can lighten their load and allow them to focus on healing or managing their challenges. It's important to approach these situations with sensitivity, respecting the person's autonomy and preferences, while ensuring that the support provided meets their needs. Another key aspect of being a source of support is providing encouragement and motivation, particularly when someone is facing self-doubt or fear. People often struggle with confidence, especially when pursuing a goal or navigating a challenging life transition. In such moments, words of encouragement can serve as a reminder of their strengths and capabilities. Encouraging someone to keep going, reminding them of their past successes, or helping them set small, achievable goals can empower them to keep moving forward. Positive reinforcement fosters resilience and helps the person regain a sense of control over their circumstances. Furthermore, being a source of support involves being present in both the good and the bad times. While it's easy to offer support during moments of crisis or hardship, it's just as important to show up for people during moments of celebration or success. Being there to share in someone's joy reinforces the bond between individuals and shows that support is not just about helping through struggles, but also about celebrating victories, no matter how big or small. It's a reminder that we are not only there for others when they need us, but also when they have something to be proud of. In conclusion, being a source of support is about being compassionate, attentive, and reliable. It's about showing empathy and understanding while offering help in a way that is both practical and emotional. Support isn't always about grand gestures. Sometimes it's the small, everyday acts of kindness and presence that have the most profound impact. In a world where many people are navigating challenges, being a source of support can make all the difference. By showing up for others, listening without judgment, offering practical help, and providing encouragement, we contribute to creating a community where people feel valued, understood, and empowered to face whatever comes their way. Ultimately, by being a source of support, we not only help others thrive, but we also build stronger, more compassionate relationships and communities. Number 6. Accept imperfections. In a world that often celebrates perfection, it can be easy to get lost in the pursuit of flawlessness. From social media influencers to the meticulously curated images of success in the media, we are constantly bombarded with messages that suggest perfection is the goal we should all strive for. However, the reality is that perfection is not only unattainable, but also unnecessary. Embracing imperfection, both in ourselves and others, can lead to a more fulfilling and authentic life. It is through accepting imperfections that we learn, grow, and connect with the world around us in meaningful ways. The first step in accepting imperfections is recognizing that they are an inherent part of being human. No one is immune to mistakes, failures, or flaws. Whether it's a project that didn't go as planned, a relationship that faced challenges, or a personal goal that remains out of reach. Imperfections are a universal experience. They are not signs of weakness or failure. Instead, they are reminders that we are constantly evolving and learning. In fact, it is often through our imperfections that we discover our true potential. When we acknowledge that we don't have to be perfect to be worthy of love, respect, and success, we free ourselves from the suffocating pressure of unrealistic expectations. One of the most significant benefits of accepting imperfections is the ability to cultivate self-compassion. When we are kind and understanding toward ourselves, we can navigate the inevitable struggles of life with greater resilience. Perfectionism often leads to self-criticism, stress, and burnout. On the other hand, when we embrace our imperfections, we allow ourselves the space to learn from our mistakes without judgment. Self-compassion allows us to view our shortcomings with curiosity rather than shame, helping us approach challenges with a growth mindset. By accepting that we are works in progress, we develop the patience and grace needed to keep moving forward. Accepting imperfections also deepens our relationships with others. In a society that often hides vulnerability, it can be difficult to connect with others on a deeper level. But when we accept our own flaws, we become more empathetic toward others. We recognize that no one is perfect, and in this shared understanding, we build stronger, more authentic connections. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable and imperfect with others, we invite them to do the same. This creates an environment where mutual growth and support are possible, and where genuine connections can thrive. Instead of constantly striving to meet unrealistic standards, we learn to appreciate the uniqueness of each individual, celebrating their quirks and imperfections. Furthermore, accepting imperfections encourages creativity and innovation. Perfectionism often stifles creativity because it breeds fear of failure. If we are afraid of making mistakes, we become hesitant to take risks or try new things. However, when we embrace imperfections, we open ourselves to experimentation and exploration. We become more willing to step outside our comfort zones, knowing that mistakes are simply part of the process. Some of the greatest innovations and masterpieces in history were born from imperfections. The key is not to strive for flawless execution, but to focus on the journey, learning and evolving along the way. In a broader sense, accepting imperfections also allows us to challenge societal norms that place undue emphasis on perfection. It's crucial to question why perfection is so highly valued in the first place. When we shift our focus from perfection to progress, we create a more inclusive and compassionate society. We begin to celebrate diversity, recognizing that our differences and flaws make us who we are, and contribute to the richness of the human experience. By embracing imperfection, we move closer to a world where authenticity is valued over conformity, and where people are free to be themselves without the pressure of living up to unattainable standards. In conclusion, the pursuit of perfection can be a heavy and exhausting burden. Accepting imperfections is not about resigning ourselves to mediocrity. Rather, it is about embracing our humanity and finding peace in the process of growth. By accepting ourselves, others, and the imperfections that make life so richly complex, we open the door to deeper connection, greater creativity, and a more fulfilling life. The beauty lies not in perfection, but in the journey of becoming, with all its flaws and triumphs. Number 7. Reflect on your role in relationships. Reflecting on your role in relationships is a powerful and necessary exercise for personal growth, emotional maturity, and fostering healthy connections with others. Relationships, whether romantic, familial, or friendships, are built on mutual understanding, respect, and shared experiences. However, it is easy to forget that we are not passive participants in these dynamics. We actively shape the nature of these connections through our behaviors, responses, and attitudes. The first step in reflecting on your role is to acknowledge that you are both the architect and the resident of the relationships you engage in. How you contribute emotionally, mentally, and physically impacts the overall health of the relationship. The importance of self-awareness cannot be overstated in this process. Self-awareness allows you to identify your strengths and weaknesses, your triggers and coping mechanisms, and your expectations. For instance, if you are quick to anger or frequently feel misunderstood, it is crucial to examine why that might be happening and how it affects the people you are close to. Are your reactions rooted in past experiences, insecurities, or unmet needs? When you can identify these underlying causes, you are better equipped to address them, either by changing your behaviors or communicating more openly about your needs. This awareness not only helps you grow, but also teaches you how to be more empathetic and considerate toward the feelings and perspectives of others. Communication plays a central role in how we express our roles within relationships. Poor communication can create misunderstandings, hurt feelings, and conflict. By reflecting on how well you communicate your thoughts, feelings, and needs, you can work to improve your communication style. Are you clear and direct, or do you tend to be passive or avoidant? Do you listen as attentively as you speak? Listening as much as speaking is essential in relationships. It allows for a deeper understanding of the other person's needs and concerns, creating a stronger emotional connection. When we communicate effectively, we show respect for the other person's experience while also affirming our own. Conflict resolution is another critical aspect of reflecting on your role. All relationships encounter conflicts at some point, but how we navigate those disagreements reveals much about our emotional intelligence and maturity. Are you able to approach conflicts with a calm and open mind, or do you react impulsively and defensively? Acknowledging that disagreements are a natural part of any relationship and that they do not have to signify a breakdown in connection is an essential realization. Working toward resolution requires a willingness to compromise, to understand the other person's viewpoint, and to find solutions that honor both parties' needs. This process of reconciliation helps to strengthen the bond over time, fostering trust and respect. Another critical reflection point is the extent to which you are invested in the relationship. Relationships require effort from both sides. When one person is consistently giving more, it can lead to imbalances that strain the connection. Reflect on whether you are putting in the necessary time, energy, and emotional labor to nurture your relationships. Are you prioritizing the people who matter to you, or do you allow other aspects of life to take precedence? Healthy relationships require a balance of effort, where both parties are equally engaged in maintaining the bond, supporting one another, and growing together. Ultimately, reflecting on your role in relationships is not about assigning blame or guilt, but about taking responsibility for how you contribute to the dynamic. It involves being open to change, learning from mistakes, and continuously striving to be a better partner, friend, or family member. By examining your actions and reactions, you can foster relationships that are more fulfilling, compassionate, and resilient. Recognizing your role in relationships encourages not just self-awareness but also a deeper appreciation for the people who walk alongside you in life, helping you create meaningful connections that are built on trust, respect, and love. Number 8. Communicate with honesty and clarity. Effective communication is the foundation of any strong relationship, whether personal or professional. One of the key elements that enable communication to be truly impactful is honesty, paired with clarity. When we communicate with honesty, we convey our true thoughts, feelings, and intentions, fostering trust and transparency. This level of openness not only strengthens relationships but also eliminates misunderstandings that can arise from assumptions or hidden agendas. However, honesty alone is not always enough. Clarity plays an equally significant role in ensuring that the message is understood exactly as intended. Clear communication eliminates ambiguity, which is crucial for avoiding confusion or misinterpretation. Honesty, when practiced in communication, allows individuals to be transparent about their needs, desires, and expectations. It ensures that everyone involved in a conversation is on the same page, fostering an environment where people feel heard and valued. This is particularly important in situations where difficult truths or sensitive topics need to be addressed. Being honest does not mean being brutally blunt or harsh. It means being genuine and truthful while considering the feelings and perspectives of others. It's about striking a balance between being open and being respectful, which ultimately leads to more meaningful and constructive conversations. However, honesty in communication can sometimes be misinterpreted or misunderstood if it's not conveyed clearly. This is where the need for clarity becomes essential. Clear communication is about expressing thoughts in a straightforward, unambiguous manner. When we speak or write with clarity, we ensure that the message is concise and focused, reducing the chances of confusion. It involves organizing thoughts logically and presenting them in a way that is easy for others to follow. This is especially important in professional settings, where unclear or vague communication can lead to mistakes, inefficiency, or even conflict. In addition to reducing misunderstandings, clarity also makes it easier for others to engage with the message. When communication is clear, listeners are more likely to respond appropriately, whether that's by providing feedback, asking questions, or taking action based on the information shared. On the other hand, if the message is unclear, people may become disengaged, miss critical points, or fail to act on what was intended. Therefore, clear communication is not just about speaking or writing well, but also about facilitating effective responses and creating opportunities for collaboration and problem-solving. The combination of honesty and clarity forms the bedrock of effective communication. When both elements are present, individuals are more likely to build trust and understanding, which leads to more productive and harmonious interactions. In personal relationships, being honest and clear about one's feelings, needs, and boundaries is essential for emotional intimacy and mutual respect. In professional contexts, it fosters a culture of openness and accountability, where expectations are clear and goals are easily understood. In practice, communicating with honesty and clarity requires self-awareness and empathy. It means understanding not only what we want to communicate, but also how it will be received. It requires the ability to adjust our tone, language, and approach based on the context and the audience. For instance, in a sensitive conversation, being honest might involve sharing difficult emotions or feedback in a tactful way, while clarity ensures that the message is not lost in unnecessary details or jargon. Ultimately, the act of communicating with honesty and clarity is an ongoing process that requires attention, effort, and a willingness to grow. It involves being mindful of our own communication habits and making adjustments when needed. By committing to honesty and clarity in all forms of communication, we pave the way for deeper understanding, stronger relationships, and more effective collaboration in all aspects of our lives. Number 9. Practice gratitude. Gratitude, often described as the simple act of recognizing and appreciating the positive aspects of life, is a powerful tool for improving mental and emotional well-being. It's a practice that can transform the way we perceive the world around us, shifting our focus from what we lack to what we have. In today's fast-paced world, where it's easy to become overwhelmed by daily stressors, practicing gratitude is a gentle reminder to slow down and acknowledge the abundance that already exists in our lives. Whether it's the love of family, the beauty of nature, or the simple act of waking up each day, gratitude allows us to reconnect with the present moment and appreciate what we often take for granted. The benefits of practicing gratitude are profound. Numerous studies have shown that people who regularly express gratitude experience improved mental health, increased happiness, and a greater sense of overall well-being. Grateful individuals tend to have more positive relationships, as their acknowledgement of others' efforts fosters trust and goodwill. By recognizing and celebrating the kindness of others, we not only enhance our own sense of happiness, but also spread positivity to those around us. Gratitude has also been linked to physical health benefits such as better sleep, reduced stress levels, and a stronger immune system. When we focus on the good in our lives, it can help counteract the negative effects of stress and anxiety, fostering a sense of inner peace and contentment. One of the most effective ways to cultivate gratitude is through regular practice. Keeping a gratitude journal, where you write down things you're thankful for each day, is an excellent way to start. It could be something as small as enjoying a cup of coffee in the morning, or as significant as overcoming a personal challenge. The key is to focus on the positive aspects of each day, no matter how big or small. Over time, this practice can rewire the brain to seek out the good in life, rather than dwelling on the negative. Research suggests that people who practice gratitude regularly are more likely to develop an optimistic outlook, which in turn can improve their overall quality of life. In addition to journaling, taking time to express gratitude to others is equally important. A simple thank you note, a heartfelt compliment, or a kind gesture can go a long way in nurturing positive connections. When we acknowledge the efforts of others, we not only make them feel valued, but we also strengthen the bonds we share with them. These small acts of kindness can create a ripple effect, inspiring others to practice gratitude in their own lives. This creates a cycle of positivity that can uplift entire communities. Incorporating gratitude into daily routines doesn't have to be time-consuming or complicated. It can be as simple as taking a few moments each day to reflect on what you're thankful for. Whether you're waiting in line at the grocery store or walking through the park, pause and appreciate the present moment. You might notice the beauty of nature, the warmth of the sun on your skin, or the kindness of a stranger. By incorporating gratitude into your daily life, you're not only improving your own well-being, but also contributing to a culture of appreciation and kindness. Of course, practicing gratitude doesn't mean ignoring life's challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It's about finding balance, acknowledging the difficulties you face while also recognizing the good things that exist alongside them. Gratitude doesn't eliminate pain or hardship, but it helps to shift our perspective, enabling us to approach challenges with greater resilience and optimism. It encourages us to see setbacks as opportunities for growth and to find meaning in even the most difficult situations. In conclusion, practicing gratitude is a simple yet profound way to enhance your life. By making a conscious effort to appreciate the people, experiences, and moments that bring you joy, you can cultivate a more positive and fulfilling existence. Gratitude has the power to transform your mindset, improve your relationships, and boost your overall well-being. In a world that often encourages us to focus on what we lack, taking the time to practice gratitude is a powerful reminder that we already have everything we need to be happy. In conclusion, Stoicism teaches us that the foundation of any deep and lasting relationship is rooted in virtue, wisdom, and emotional control. By practicing empathy, focusing on what we can control, and embracing the importance of inner tranquility, we can form connections that are built on respect, understanding, and mutual growth. Remember, it's not about accumulating many relationships, but fostering a few meaningful ones based on shared values and trust. So, as you move forward, let these Stoic principles guide your approach to relationships, whether in friendship, family, or love. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And as always, keep reflecting, keep growing, and keep living with purpose.